Okay, let's get this stream going. We're gonna have a little bit different of a stream today. I'm really excited for it, guys. If you didn't know, Hellraiser is coming to Dead by Daylight. It's actually here right now in PTB. Very exciting stuff. The question of the day, have you seen Hellraiser? Yesterday I explained how I watched Hellraiser at around 14 or 15. It did not have the impact on me as I probably would have if I would have seen it earlier in my life. Nevertheless, though, I enjoyed it very much. It's been some time since I've seen it. Very excited for the content, and today we're going to be going over multiple things. I'm really excited about this. First time we're going to be doing something like this. We've done the Resident Evil discussion when Dead by Daylight did the Resident Evil chapter reveal, but today we're actually going to be watching the original trailer for Hellraiser. That's going to be really fun. I'm excited about that. We're going to be able to react to the old trailer from 1987. After that, we are going to watch the two teaser trailers for Hellraiser that Dead by Daylight released on their YouTube channel. And then finally, we'll be looking at how he looks in the game, and I'm going to be reading the descriptions of the character. I'm very excited. So, if you enjoy this type of content, make sure you smash the like button. And if you haven't, make sure you subscribe or follow. It means a lot to us. We're doing the new layout screen today. I really like this screen. I really like how it looks. I hope you guys like how it looks. But now let's jump into it. It's probably going to be a slower actually, it's probably going to be a quicker stream, not a slower stream. It's actually going to be probably around a half hour, 45-minute stream today. We're just going to be going over everything that we know. So earlier today, they finally confirmed that Hellraiser will be coming to Dead by Daylight. As I said, it's in PTB right now. A lot of people are already posting content on it. You can see the Moris, you can see the palette breaks, how it uses the lament. I'm very excited to be able to actually play as Hellraiser. If you know me, you know that I'm a Survivor main. No, there is not going to be a Survivor that comes out with Hellraiser in this chapter. I'm kind of bummed out about that. I really wish that there was going to be a Survivor along with Hellraiser. Maybe it's just because they're just starting to not be able to differentiate all these characters. We have like the Halloween. I think her name's Lori. I think about her so little that I don't even know her name. That's kind of the reason why I think that they're just going to release Hellraiser. As you also know, last time we actually got two survivors with the Resident Evil chapter. We got Nemesis, we got Leon, we got Jill Valentine. So it makes sense that they're only going to do the killer this time, which is Cenobite. Cenobite? Is that how you say it? I don't know. Correct me in the comments below. Definitely, I want to know how you pronounce that name. But it's Pinhead. Pinhead is going to be our new killer. Super exciting because he kind of has his gimmick for his character is going to be the lament, and you're going to have the cube. And when players have the cube, they actually have to solve the puzzle. And while they're solving that puzzle, Pinhead can see you around the map. And then also Pinhead has the ability to summon chains and use a chain to hit you, and he can also teleport when you're actually carrying the cube. A little OP when I was watching him being played earlier. I was like, damn, it's gonna be rough to go against Hellraiser, but I'm really excited for it. So let's start off by watching the original trailer to Hellraiser. I'm going to switch over the screen real quick. Let me know if there's any audio issues. Please let me know right away. I'm always doing this the best I can, but sometimes that is a little janky. So let's get over to the trailer real quick. I have everything pulled up on my laptop. Got the trailer pulled up, put that into full screen. Perfect. Now let's switch you guys over so you can see what we're watching. I hope we don't get a copyright strike. If it does, I'll take it on the chin today. So now let's watch the original trailer to Hellraiser. Let's get a feel, okay? Maybe it's been quite some time since you've actually seen Hellraiser. So this should actually help jog your memory. Now, this trailer's from 1987, and I kind of skimmed through it to make sure there isn't licensed music. I think I'm okay, but boy, it's 1987. So let's get in the time machine and let's go back. 3, 2, 1.
I have seen the future of horror.
Have you?
His name is Clive Barker.
Is it? Stephen King quote right there. All right, so there's the cube right there, as you can see in his hands. He is wet and naked. Oh boy. Very dark. Do you see why this was too much for me when I was a child? Good lord.
Beyond any terror you have imagined.
Is that the chick? Is that the chick from Sex and the City?
Unlike anything you have witnessed.
The skulls, love in it.
Is born.
So fucked up. I could never watch this when I was a kid.
The unholy is unleashed.
This is just too much for me. Too much. See, and a lot of people thought that we were going to get her as the survivor, and we're not. We're not.
Tear your soul apart.
I gotta say, Hellraiser, that's gotta be one of the most intense chapters that this game has had, right? I mean, did you see that? Did you see that? Let's hit it back to the intermission screen. Let's talk about what we just saw. So, actually, you know what? We're gonna go back. I'm gonna do this real professionally. Like, okay, like I said, we're breaking boundaries here. So, let's get to right here. I want to see the cube. Let me see the cube. Let's go back. Right there. So right now, you see the lament in his hands. That is going to be Edgar. What's up? We appreciate you very much, buddy. Today we're talking about Hellraiser. Right now, we are looking at the original Hellraiser trailer to get a great reference. I think it's really good for everybody to get a nice refresher about the content that we're about to get in DBD. So right now I have this stopped specifically on this very wet naked man. Antonio, my boy Tony, what up, dude? We're talking about Hellraiser, just got announced in Dead by Daylight. We're watching the original Hellraiser trailer right now to get a good reference. As I was saying, the lament will be in the game. The square, the cube that's in his hand, is going to be something that we're going to have to figure out as survivors. And he's going to be able to see us around the map as we have that cube, as we're trying to solve the puzzle. And he's going to be able to summon chains. He's going to be able to teleport to us, as I said, a little OP. When I was watching a couple Twitch streams earlier, always a Hellraiser fan. Good, Tony. Good. I'm glad that we found the Hellraiser fan. I've been kind of asking people, you know, have you seen the movie? What are your thoughts on it? As I was saying a moment ago, Tony, this movie was a little too scary for me. Let's play a little bit more of this trailer. We just played it, but we could play it a couple times. So this is a very dark in nature movie. One of the more darker what I was gonna say,
Hellraiser.
It's just so satanistic, right? It's so masochist. It's very dark, right? I've seen them all too. Awesome. And when I was a child seeing this, God, this was so much for me to process, right? As you could see, we're getting a house environment. We're also getting a kind of like a basement downstairs, deep wells. As you can tell, I don't exactly remember the environment you're in the movie, but I assume what we're seeing right now with these long hallways is going to be the map that we get for Hellraiser. What an intense line, right, from Pinhead himself, the new killer in Dead by Daylight. Very exciting. Also, one great thing to know about this is the first Dead by Daylight killer with American voice lines. Very cool. This also means that maybe we will be able to get other killers with voice lines. A lot of people want Freddy voice lines. I can definitely see that. I definitely want. We have voice lines for survivors, like Bruce Campbell. We have Ash Williams' voice line, but we don't really have a lot of killer voice lines. They laugh, they chuckle, but with Hellraiser, with the cenobite, I think that's his name. Please God, I hope it's cenobite. That sounds like I'm wrong. But let me know once again, pronunciation down in the comments. Pinhead, you know, he's lots of different demons, and Pinhead is amazing. My favorite was Bloodline. I think it was the ninth one. Fantastic, and that's what's so cool is that Hellraiser, such a deep well of content, right? So many skins that you can actually get from every Hellraiser movie. Yes, Edgar Z. Yes, it was dark as hell and got darker, that movie. And the Lawnmower Man always gave me nightmares. See, now I watched the Lawnmower Man. Very excited for the Candyman coming out. Two different movies, but nevertheless, Lawnmower Man, very fucking weird. Candyman, very fucking weird. Hellraiser, very fucking dark and weird. To be honest, it's kind of like there was horror movies in the 80s and 90s, and then there was the over the top horror movies in the 80s and 90s, and I would count both of those, or all three of those, because we had Stephen King movies, but they are more about the mental aspect. How are the characters in these movies reacting to the dark terrors around them? To where with Hellraiser, Candyman, Lawnmower Man, you're in really dark, scary, fucked up environments. There's not a bunch of imagination there like there is with like Pennywise, because they're showing you so much on screen. So maybe we're going to be running in dark corridors with demons and these monsters, like Tony was saying. As we just saw in the trailer just a moment ago, we saw some shit in the tunnels. Here, let's play it again. See, we see some shit getting chased, huh? So who knows? They haven't announced that there isn't going to be a zombie mechanic like there is with Nemesis, but I guarantee you we're going to see some of these demons in the map. Whether or not they actually interact with us is another thing. I don't think they will be, but nevertheless, very cool, very cool. So now let's stop watching this for a moment. We're going to stop watching this, and then we're going to go back to the intermission. Very exciting stuff. Now, as I was saying about the voice lines, I think it's really important because we can be getting more voice lines in the future. Like I said, everybody wants Freddy. I don't mean to repeat myself, but I'm just trying to catch up with what I'm saying. But I can see this being the next big update, right? We got a bunch of updates to the characters visually, and they've been rolling out all of those updates. As I said last night in the stream, Jake Park looks like Aladdin. He looks like a completely different character now. I can see them doing a big overhaul of the next, like, maybe 6 months it takes them to just start putting in voice lines for characters. I think that would be very cool. I just want to see Pinhead hang you on a hook. Tony, check out the Mori. We are not going to be looking at that tonight. I kind of want to leave some stuff for the viewers that maybe don't want to see things. We are going to be looking at the teasers in just a moment, but the Moris for Pinhead are awesome, dude. You're gonna love them. You're gonna love them. They're so good. As I said, I'm a Survivor main, and when I see Hellraiser, when I see him being played on Twitch, I'm like, dude, I want to play Hellraiser. That doesn't happen a lot. That really doesn't happen a lot. So I'm very excited. Now, let's get over here. We're going to now check out the two teaser trailers that led to the reveal of Hellraiser content. I'm gonna come over here now, put this in big screen. So now let's watch these teasers. Very excited. I keep saying I'm very excited. It's because I actually am. You know what I mean? I really love being able to talk to you guys about this new content, and especially when stuff drops, like, very cool, because we don't do a lot of this type of stream, and I want to be doing more streams like this. They're not very long, which is kind of an issue. I know the longer the stream, we have more of the community coming in, being able to contribute, be able to play games with us. A lot of the times, these streams are shorter in nature, so we can't do so much of that with these streams. I hope that this is going to be one of those streams where people go back and watch. But now let's watch the trailer for the Hellraiser content. So this was the original teaser. That rose that you kind of saw blinking, that was the giveaway. Everybody on Reddit jumped to it. Oh, it's Hellraiser. Well, guess what? They nailed it. This is the second teaser now we're looking at. Dead by Daylight, Hellraiser, very 80s. And that's really all we get. We know that it's coming to all the platforms. But other than that, the only real information that we have of the killer himself is right here. We're gonna go straight to it. So now these are, oops, we still got something playing over here. We got a fan-made trailer playing. We don't want none of that. We don't want none of that. So now here's the descriptors for Pinhead. Okay, I'm gonna read through these as professionally as possible, and we'll be able to talk about it. Okay, summons of pain, an extra dimensional gateway that leads to pleasure and pain so great it will tear your soul apart, as he just said in the trailer. Perfect, I like that. Press the power button to create a gateway and release the button to open it. Once opened, tap the ability button to summon forth the possessed chain under your control. Direct the chain into a survivor to bind them. Okay, so actually into them. Direct the chain into them. All the way up there, you know what I'm saying? A survivor bound to a chain is unable to sprint. That is, once again, OP. That's pretty hardcore, taking away the ability to sprint, especially in a chase. Their movement speed will decrease further as they're hit with a second and third chain. Survivors can perform the break-free action to escape. Lament configuration. If left alone, the lament configuration initiates a chain hunt by summoning chains to pursue survivors. The hunt ends when a survivor picks up the lament configuration. A survivor carrying the lament configuration will be affected with the oblivious status effect, and chains will occasionally be summoned to attack them. The survivor must solve the lament configuration to remove it from their possession. While doing this, the cenobite will see their location and be able to teleport to it. Once again, very OP. This is going to be a very movement-based killer. Okay, you're going to be able to take away your sprint ability. They're going to be able to teleport to you. It's going to be a chase-heavy killer. Okay. When the cenobite picks up the lament configuration, a chain hunt is activated. Additionally, all survivors are instantly bound by chains, causing them to scream and reveal their locations. The lament configuration will spawn in a new location after the cenobite or survivor has used it. So you're going to actually see all the way up there, Edgar, all the way up there, as I was saying. So we have a lot of things going around right now. Now, first off, let's just talk about it. Chains are a big part of this, as they should be. Very cool. Yesterday, we had Shano bring up a comment talking about how he just very much thinks of Spawn. Wonder if there was any type of cross type of inspiration for Spawn because of the chains in Hellraiser. Spawn obviously uses a lot of chains himself, and when you're going to be the killer this time around, when you are Hellraiser, you're going to be able to use those chains in a variety of ways. Also, just chain hunts being a thing that seem to happen when you, the killer, want them to happen. You could initiate a chain hunt yourself, or the lament configuration will start the chain hunt if it's left alone. Now, when a chain hunt starts, when the lament configuration is picked up by the killer and the chain hunt is activated, all survivors are instantly bound by chains, causing them to scream and reveal their locations. So it's going to be a type of It's going to be a type of awareness perk for the killer, or it's going to be a type of awareness for the killer. So even though you're bound by chains and you scream, it doesn't exactly take away your movement speed right away, but he'll be able to locate you on the map because of it. Um, in addition, so just like Jigsaw, just like the Saw, the pig face, um, there's something for you to solve as well, and that is the lament configuration, and you will be picking it up and remove it from. Let's see. Well, while doing this, the survivor carrying the lament will be affected by the oblivious statement effect, and chains will occasionally be summoned to attack them. So it sounds like it's not being very clear why you would want to pick up the lament configuration, but there is going to be some reason that either you pick it up unwillingly or you pick it up on purpose. Maybe you're picking it up so the chain hunts stop being summoned by themselves. Maybe that's going to be a reason why you actually pick up the lament configuration to solve it. Nevertheless, you're going to have to solve that lament configuration. You're going to be being pursued heavily from teleports and from the killer. And until you solve it, it seems like you're at a big disadvantage. So now let's read the perks. Deadlock. You induce mental suffering by crushing any hope of escape. After a generator is repaired, the entity blocks the generator with the most progress for 30 seconds. You see it while aura during you see its white aura during this time. Sorry. This is kind of blurry on my end. I know it's kind of blurry for you. But nevertheless, now instantly when I hear the perks for Deadlock, what I think of is combining the blocking perks with the Trickster, right? So not only would the Trickster be able to block gens, block windows, block the escape, they're going to also be able to, once generator is repaired, the entity blocks the generator with the most progress for 30 seconds. That's going to be a heavy gen block build you're going to be able to build based off Deadlock. So I think Deadlock's going to be a really important perk for killers, especially if it's going to be a very much stop gens from being completed type of build. Next, Hex. Play thing. Hex that toys with a victim's suffering. The first time you hook a survivor, they become cursed, and Hex plaything activates on a dull totem. The cursed survivor suffers from an oblivious status effect until Hex plaything is cleansed. Hex plaything totem aura is revealed to the cursed survivor within 16 meters of it. For the first 90 seconds, only cursed survivor can cleanse the totem. So it's going to be a specific survivor that has the hex, and they're going to be the only ones that can go straight to the totem and cleanse it. I kind of like that because it adds that mechanic to your character when you're fighting him, to where not only is the lament configuration in effect, you also have to worry about that hex and go actually find the totems. Many times you can go a whole match without taking apart any totems when get the pip. But with this, it seems like it's going to be very based on you have to get this totem, especially if you don't want to be at a disadvantage. So now the last one, Scorch Hook, Gift of Pain. You are the bringer of sweet pain. At the start of the trial, up to 4 random hooks are changed into Scorch Hooks. You see their auras in white. When a survivor is unhooked from a Scorch Hook, they suffer from hemorrhage and mangled status effect until fully healed. The first time the survivor is healed, they suffer a 9% penalty to healing and repairing actions until injured again. So right there, that's going to be another big hook build. And this killer seems so fun to me because it really seems like every single one of their perks are really important, and they can really contribute to a very specific type of build. So if you're looking to build really insane killer builds, it seems like from here right now, I don't know how well it's going to translate into actually playing the game, but it seems like Hellraiser is going to be a character that you're going to really want to purchase, just for the fact that you're going to be able to build. And just like on our streams, I combined the stakeout perk from Detective Tap with the perks from Eugen Lee, and with resilience, and with this is not happening, and I pretty much just go generator slaying. You know what I mean? We're trying to gen rush, and with this, it looks like you're gonna be able to be anti-gen or very pro hook, and if you're going to be able to add Scorch Hook with any other type of hemorrhage or any other type of healing penalty type of perks, then you're going to be at a real disadvantage when you're on a hook. And that's going to be a pain in the ass, especially if you're also being worried about getting teleported to or having chains hunt you. That sounds like a very intense match. And I mean, just from reading it, it sounds like this shit needs a nerf. But I'm very excited to play as him, and as I said, I'm a survivor main, so that doesn't I don't say that a lot. I don't say that a lot. Now we're going to exit this tweet right here, and I'm gonna try to see real quick if we could find how he looks. Let's see here. We got just a bunch of shit. Spoiler alert. Oh, we could check out, so Dead by Daylight hub. Here's the Mori. We'll actually view the Mori. Let's do it. Look at that. Fantastic. I love the tear your soul apart line. Let's watch it again. Doing it to Ania. All the chains. The chains in the face. Oh lord. Wow. Wow. Thank you, Dead by Daylight Hub, for that. Go follow them. Also, we got that information earlier from Berguloid. So go follow him. We appreciate that information here. Let me click on Hellraiser. Let's see if we can see any more. I just want to see how... There we go. So here is... So this looks like this is a prestiged Pinhead. Now, just let's look. Number one, we have the area of all the chains. The chains being in the main menu. We got limbs on the ground, just torn apart limbs. We got some meat on that chain. Very cool. I enjoy that. But let's talk about the star of the show, okay? That's Hellraiser stock skin. Look at how damn good Hellraiser looks, dude. Wow. I am so impressed by the way he looks. I love it. I love it. This is blurry for you guys, I know. But looking at his chest, a lot of detail there. Very excited. That very much like emotionless, soulless face. Black eyes. This is going to be so cool to play as him. I really think the design is spot on. Sometimes you never know if Dead by Daylight is going to go extremely classic or if they're going to... I mean, most of the time they go pretty classic, but a lot of those times, like with Chainsaw Massacre, with Leatherface, when you see his build, it's cool. It looks like Leatherface, but you want to change his skin because it's just so basic. With Pinhead, when you look at him, like, bro, you don't need to buy a skin for that. He looks fucking awesome. He looks so awesome. Very excited to hear also what type of twist the menu music has with Hellraiser. I wonder if it's going to be very like VHS sounding, you know what I mean? Like the audio's kind of going in and out of your your VCR. I almost said a VHS player, but that's a DVD player, and a Blu-ray player, and a 4K Blu-ray player, and now we call everything players, but back in the day it was just called VCR, and they all had terrible audio. So maybe that's going to be the musical twist that we get to it. But as I said, I think this Hellraiser stock skin is so good, and with all the perks that it has, all the way that you're going to be able to build off him, I'm so excited. And if I just had to say anything else before we go, let's go back to intermission right now. Let's go back here. If I just had to say anything before I go, it's like, as far as single killers go, right? This has to be one of my most excited killers so far. I'm not a big Hellraiser fan, but I love how dark this franchise is. Yes, Silent Hill dark, Saw is dark, Chainsaw Massacre very dark. I think we have a lot of dark franchises in the game. It's Dead by Daylight, they're all killers, but Hellraiser, Pinhead, that's them turning it up a notch. I feel like they started that off with Silent Hill. Silent Hill is really dark content. We didn't really get any of the monsters from Silent Hill, and hopefully the map that we get for Pinhead, I believe maybe the map's out right now, so I could be talking out my ass, but it'd be cool if we get some type of monster environmental type of visual effects going in there, right? But nevertheless, this is going to be the first Survivor I'm excited for since the Executioner. Once I played the Executioner, he's okay. I think all killers are okay. I'm a Survivor main, you could hate me for it. But nevertheless, I've played this game for about a year and a half now. I'm not somebody that's been here since the beginning. Not since year 2, not since year 3. I started year 4. This is the first killer that's really got me going, shit, I want to play as him. So I'm very excited about that. Now, yesterday we streamed about Stranger Things leaving the game. We were playing the game. We got a bunch of new followers, a bunch of new subs. It was a really great day yesterday. I talk extensively about Stranger Things. You can go check that out right now. It's on the channel. You can click on it. I also talk about if Dead by Daylight will soon have a licensing issue. Most likely Stranger Things is being pulled from Dead by Daylight because there's a license issue. But hey, now we got a new license coming in. We just got Resident Evil. We got Silent Hill. Okay? Hopefully, though, this isn't the start of the game losing a bunch of licenses. The deeper this game gets, the longer this game runs. Year 6, year 7, maybe year 8. If so, will we still have all your favorite licenses? Go check that video out now. We play really good in that stream too. I would be playing tonight, but I just want to do something different. This is really fun for me. I know it doesn't get all the turnout like the other streams get, but I love doing this type of content. I really love talking about it. I love reading descriptions. I read them pretty well. Okay, I'm gonna give myself a solid B+. Let me know in the comments your grade for my teleprompter reading. Until then, though, hopefully we'll be able to get on and stream this week. I always say that. It rarely happens. Maybe something changes. Maybe I even stream tonight at like 11 o'clock. Who knows? But I wanted to get this in there first. I'm very happy for everybody that did join us. Until next time, okay? Go check out all the Hellraiser content you can. Maybe it's time for a rewatch. I'm down for the Hellraiser rewatch, okay? Let me know what your favorite thing about the Hellraiser DLC is. The skin, the perks, the map that I don't know shit about, that I probably should have checked before I did this, okay? Let me know. Until then,